Hi, I'm Dave Epstein, and this is Growing Wisdom. And, you know, this particular video is an interesting one for me because I've been thinking about it for literally a couple of years. And what I want to talk about is why I garden. And, you know, when we do these videos, we get together. Alyssa, she's my film person, and we get together and we think about, okay, what are we going to do this week? How's this going to look? But this particular video is really very personal. And what I don't want it to do is come off as being preachy, right? If you love something, like most of you watching this, you love gardening. That's why you watch this. And it's hard to convey that to somebody, you know, why you love it. But I want to talk a little bit about why gardening is so important and why I think it's so great, especially in kind of the times we live in, how busy everybody is, how you have your cell phone going off and your BlackBerry and, you know, your emails there and all that stuff. And gardening kind of makes that go away. This particular area that I'm standing in was originally here when I bought the house, and I have this sort of personal affinity to the area. The woman that owned the house before I did, and this goes back now, you know, over a decade, she had a garden. It was a rock garden similar to this in size and shape, but the plants have all changed a lot. But what I like is there's a connection, and I think that that word connection really is why I love gardening so much, because I feel so connected to what's around me. So many times I get so busy, just like all of you. I'm in traffic, I'm driving around, I'm doing all these other things, and I just feel so disconnected from the world in which I'm operating. But the gardening makes me feel connected. You know, like this area here, this is right next to the wetlands, and, you know, it gets some weeds, and it just needs to be cleaned up. But as I sort of weed and you just pull stuff out, there's something that happens. You just kind of lose everything else. And that's what's so amazing about gardening. And whether you're a novice or whether you've been doing it forever, one of the things I find when I talk to other gardeners is that they begin to feel the same way. I have a neighbor, and he's really just a big jock guy, somebody I would never think would garden. And he came up to me a few weeks ago and was talking about gardening. He said, you know, I've watched you do it, and I started doing it. He says, I get calm. He's like, my girlfriend loves it because I'm actually calm. If I could stress anything about gardening more, really expanding your gardens, it's because I think it gives you a sense of peace, a sense of calming, and it really does give you a connection to the world around us. And that's something that you can give to yourself, but you can also give to everybody else. Come back every week for all of our tips, hints, and helps at growingwisdom.com.